Now, on Emeritus Newsbrief, I'm Lynn Houston. The Federal Trade Commission has charged an American company for a personal data breach during the time it was taking to complete a settlement on, you guessed it, a previous data breach. That story coming up in just a moment, but first, the Centers for Disease Control says the swine flu outbreak is turning into a younger person's disease. The latest stats show that more than half of the hospitalizations from the 2009 H1N1 flu, reported by 27 states from September 1st to October 10th, involved people ages 24 and younger, and about 23% of the deaths reported during this period were in the same age group. In addition, about 90% of the hospitalizations and deaths from the 2009 H1N1 swine flu are in people ages 64 and younger. Now, with seasonal flu, 60% of the hospitalizations and 90% of the deaths involve people age 65 and older. The CDC's Dr. Ann Shukot again this week defended the safety of the vaccine.
But I just want to say I think this is a significant achievement to have what we believe is a safe and very effective vaccine coming available in our states and counties within such a, just since the April recognition of this virus. As we've said, we're not cutting any corners in the safety and testing of the vaccine, but this is a big accomplishment. Yet we know that people are interested in being vaccinated and can't find as much as they'd like near them. We're working closely with the states and cities to work out some of the bumps or hurdles that we're seeing. I think this is going to get better every day, but it's a time where we're really working hard to serve the public. It's very important that states and communities are ready to use the vaccine doses as they become available and to use them effectively. But flu season can be very long. We're just in October right now, and we expect to see illness from H1N1 for several more months and may see a lot of disease in the spring. And so we're really just at the beginning. We wish we had more vaccine and that more of it had been given by now, but we're in this for the long haul.
The injectable vaccines are still in short supply, but the CDC hopes to have enough for everyone within the next 3 weeks. The Federal Trade Commission out with another fine against ChoicePoint, the personal data firm which has agreed to a $275,000 settlement in their latest breach during a time it was supposed to clean up its act from a previous breach. The FTC says this latest personal data theft was a violation of a 2006 court-ordered agreement where the company paid $15 million for personal data breach involving 163,000 people and also promised to tighten security and monitoring. But the FTC claims the monitoring equipment was actually turned off for 4 months last year during a time when cyber thieves stole personal data from an additional 13,750 people, prompting the latest charge. ChoicePoint has agreed to more security audits until the year 2030. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services announcing the new premiums for basic Medicare will be $110.15. That's a 15% increase over last year's premiums. But most Medicare beneficiaries will not see a Part B monthly premium increase as a result of that hold harmless provision in current law. That allows for 73% of the beneficiaries to be protected from that increase. Sun Microsystems will be cutting 3,000 jobs worldwide when Oracle takes over the company. European regulators are currently studying that takeover. American regulators have already approved it. You can see a copy of Sun Microsystems' filing to the Securities and Exchange Commission on the Emeritus News employment page. California Attorney General Jerry Brown filing a lawsuit against State Street Bank of Boston. Brown claims the bank scammed the state employees and state teachers' pension funds of more than $56 million in fraudulent interbank trading fees and then tried to hide it all. State Street Bank has denied the accusations. The College Board out with a new projection saying college costs, including tuition, room, and board, up 5.9% this year. The group says tuition and fees alone at four-year colleges and universities rose at an average annual rate of 4.9% per year beyond general inflation from 1999 through this year. That is a rate higher than either of the previous 2 decades. More on the Emeritus News education page. The Defense Department has agreed to outside examination of its body armor testing. The move comes after a terse review by the Government Accountability Office, which questioned the credibility of testing on 2 body armor designs. The Defense Department says none of the body armor in question is being used. The GAO claimed the Department of Defense had refused their earlier suggestions to involve outside review of their testing. More on that story on the Emeritus News National World page. The Obama administration announcing another new program to help low and middle income buyers. State and local housing finance agencies will help borrowers to purchase or rent homes that are affordable over the long term. This is more of what the president first outlined back in February under the Homeowner Affordability and Stability Plan. And the first-time homebuyer's $8,000 tax credit is set to expire in 5 weeks, but Congress is dealing right now and is expected to extend it perhaps within the next week. More on the Emeritus News Financial Pensions page. The latest on the biggest issues and public policy at emeritusnews.com. And live 24 hours, 7 days a week on the Emeritus News channel at livestream.com. That's an Emeritus News Brief. I'm Lynn Houston.